finish today with Wesley Walker. Raise your hand for questions, and we'll get you a mic. Wes, we'll start with you.
I guess when you transfer into a place like Tennessee, you've been somewhere where you've been playing a lot. You expect to come in and kind of compete, and then in camp you kind of get hurt for a little bit, and you kind of get knocked off course. How frustrating was that to deal with?
It was a little frustration, but it was also something that was out of my control. So, maybe if I was younger, I probably would have, dwelled on it, probably got angry a little. But, it's out of my control what happened. So I didn't really, take it to heart. I knew when I got back, I just, get right back to getting in the form I was getting into during camp. So I didn't really stress it.
Adam?
You actually had the first sack of the season for the defense the other night. From your vantage point, how much or how well does this defense use DBs in terms of the pass rush, and why is that effective?
I think this defense is very DB friendly because you know the ball is gonna get out quick, or that's what the play call intention is for it too. So you can play with more confidence, and then DBs are also used in blitzes as well. So you get to disguise a lot better because some teams don't blitz as much, and you try to act like you blitz in disguise. The offense won't really go for it, but we blitz so much that we can literally disguise a lot more stuff because we run a lot of blitzes.
Coaches have talked about your competition with Tamari McDonald for that star spot. Talk about Tamarian as a player and the competition you guys had throughout camp and still.
Yeah, teammate, he a great player. Real long. I look at him as like a true DB as well. Like how I look at myself. I feel like we can play, every position on the field. So competing with him. That's just what it comes down to. We compete every day. We come in and compete every day. But really, I feel like it's more like we're in competition with ourselves and just becoming just the best player because we know we both gonna play. So really it's just getting better, and when we getting in, just make plays.
Wesley, we heard about you doing some kind of cross training with the safety position in addition to star. Are you still doing much of that, and how comfortable, I guess, do you feel at those two positions?
So during the beginning of camp, I was playing free, star, and strong. And when like he brought up, when I had my injury, I was out for say about 9 or 10 days. So when I came back, they kind of just kept me at star, really, to just get my rhythm back there. But as the season progresses, I hope to get more versatile reps at all spots because I feel like I can for sure do that.
We always hear so much about the culture here with Coach Heupel and the staff. Coming in from Georgia Tech, just how different is that culture from your standpoint, do you think, in here at Tennessee?
I really just say it just ran I feel like when I was in the portal and I came on the visit, I just looked at practice and it just seemed more like just professional, just real fast paced, getting the drills in, getting your work in, and just the pace seemed just more professional, and then the whole field here feels professional. It's like you just got no shot at Georgia Tech because they're a well-ran program, but it's a difference here. It's more like they trust the players to want to be great for themselves. So it's not really much as tense as you would say in terms of just always being on the players' back. Like they expect you to want to be great. So that's really the biggest difference for real.
Wesley, a couple of things. Going back to your sack, can you kind of take us through that play, what the call was? Did you knew you were blitzing? Did you have to disguise it? And
Yeah, it was really a good job by the whole defense. I went back and watched the play again. Everyone really held it till the snap, held the disguise to the snap. So I feel like the pick QB Slavis, I feel like he checked the field. We want to show man. We showed man, and I feel like after he seen that presentation, he already knew, post snap he was going to the boundary, and that's really what happened. So when he snapped it, checked to the boundary, we ran the play, we disguised it and then ran the play that we ran. he checked the boundary, and we took away what he was looking for, and I was there in time for him to not be able to look at his second read.
Second question for me, I think you and Tennessee go way back to when you were at Innsworth. They recruited you. What was it kind of like coming full circle, coming back here when you had the opportunity? And what was it like? I think Coach Martinez recruited you back when he was there 1st.
Mm-hmm.
What was it like kind of reuniting with him several years down the road?
Yeah, it was actually it made the transition feel more more meant to be in terms of like, I feel like, this should be the spot I should go to. It just felt right. And, ever since I've been here, it's been exactly what I expected. I wanted to come here and be coached hard and held to a standard, of a pro. So, so far, this is exactly what I wanted.
Back to that, when you first went in the portal, was Tennessee kind of the first place that you thought of, or did it just kind of happen to work out once you went in there? Was that just one of the schools that was interested and went from there?
I didn't really have a set school of where I was trying to go. Given the situation that was going on at Georgia Tech, I just knew that, it's probably best that I, find somewhere else to, finish my years. I didn't want to waste any more years. I wanted to go somewhere where I could, play at a high level and also like win against like big teams, playing big games. So I didn't really have a set destination, but Tennessee was one of the first 5 schools I talked to, and when I looked into it, my family, my mom lives in Knoxville now, so I felt like it was a real smooth transition. And when I came up and visited, went through the whole like basis of what the defense, how they run it, and like what they're looking for, it was kind of an easy decision for me.
You said your mom lives in Knoxville now. Obviously, she moved here so she could be able to be closer to you. Is that how?
No, she was here already.
She was there already. Okay, and what's that like for her, being able to see you play?
Yeah, she came to a couple of my games at Tech. More than a few, but it's actually a great feeling. Knowing that she'll be here every home game. She really enjoys it a lot. She called me yesterday for the Pitt game. In her UT jersey, number 13. So it was just real cool. Like, it feel home. It feel good. It feel good.
2 more with Adam and finish West.
Just to follow up on what you saw from practice and how the coaches communicated, and I know it's not a knock on Georgia Tech, not comparing the two, but what did you like about how coaches communicated with players when you came and visited?
A lot of places, not even just Georgia Tech, a lot of college places, just talking to like my friends that I played ball with or like familiar with, just going through high school. A lot of places, coaches, certain players, they don't coach them, the same in terms of like sometimes they let people get away with certain things. But I mean, I really want to be held to a standard where, like even if I feel like I had a good day, I'm told that I didn't do something right. So like, I'll just feel that pressure of just being held to a standard of being great every day, like being a pro, because that's ultimately where I want to go. So, just listening to the coaches and, having them hold me to the highest standard, that's what I wanted.
Wes, what meant to you?
I'm wondering how much, if any, communication you had with Jahmyr Gibbs when y'all were both kind of going through the process. And I know he, considered Tennessee pretty strongly and ended up at Alabama, and now you're at rival schools. And I'm wondering if y'all still communicate or swap texts or anything, and how that's going.
Yeah, Jahmyr, we real tight. We was real tight at Tech. He actually hit the portal before me. He hit the portal before the spring semester had started, and I hit it like in the middle of spring. So he was able to enroll before spring ball, and I wasn't. But yeah, we talk all the time. We just was talking last night. It's not really in terms of just talking smack. We talk like we was on the same team still. So it's just really just a friendship, just cool. It's nothing really more than that. We don't really communicate. I never even asked him like how close he was to coming to Tennessee, but he most definitely said that he was in contact with Tennessee and Bama when he was in the portal for sure.
Thanks, Wes.
Thank y'all.
Thanks.
Thanks.